Welcome back. You're watching Newsx. I'm Rishabh Gulati. When I began this profession, I was told that as a journalist, we should be forever curious. Have curiosity. If this has happened, what does this person think of this? How will this person respond to that? Ask curious questions. Have curious thoughts. So I'm now going to perform an exercise in curiosity, because if I recall, and memory serves me reasonably well, not too long ago, when there were protests taking place in India, across the world, from Rihanna to Greta Thunberg to Pakistani celebrities, cricketers, all of them were deeply concerned about affairs in India. And I was very touched of how much interest the UK House of Commons was taking. Almost on a weekly basis they were discussing what's happening in India. It's so touching that we are so important to Rihanna and all these very famous people. So heartening it was as an Indian. Thank you for your great concern for what's happening in our country and your deliberations and commentary upon that. So, as a stroke of curiosity, a terror attack has just taken place in India, and I am reasonably assuming that the people who from Pakistan come to Bollywood and make movies with Shah Rukh Khan and sing to Indian audiences and are very well liked and very famous in this country, are also equally concerned at this point of time about what's happening in India. I'm sure that these Pakistani cricketers, many of whom become politicians and become prime ministers, like it or not, will be deeply concerned. And of course, for sure, 100%, I have no doubt about this, that Rihanna and Greta Thunberg are deeply distressed over the past 3 days, as distressed as you and I are, because they follow affairs in India so carefully, much to our privilege, as we have seen in the recent past. So, my senior news editor Devika is standing by, and she is going to help us understand. Let's start. Devika, we've seen so many very, very talented, intelligent, erudite, some would say very brilliant artists who, due to perhaps many reasons, travel to this country to seek an audience. Now, you can say many reasons is money, okay, but we can say that in art there are things beyond money. So, perhaps for the sake of audience or the sake of career in terms of exposure, they travel to India and they sit at the finest lunch tables of the finest peoples in the finest establishments in this country. What do they feel about what's happened in India in the past 48 hours? Curiously, I would love to understand.
Yes, Rishabh, we've been tracking some of the most popular names in Indian households, and this is what we've been able to gather so far. Interestingly, as far as Pakistani celebrities from the entertainment industry are concerned, let's now focus on this. Okay, so one of the most popular names, of course, is Atif Alam. Okay, extremely popular artist in Pakistan, has made a name for himself in India as well. However, this has been his social media feed for the past, say, about 48 hours or so, and we see nothing. There's been no post on his social media feed and no story even on his Instagram page for the Pahalgam attack. No reports online that he's written anything whatsoever, because what happens on Instagram, of course, is that the stories get removed themselves after 24 hours, but there's been no such report for Atif Alam. This has been his Instagram page. Next up, of course, Fawad Khan, another name extremely popular in India. Fawad Khan, quite interestingly, is finding himself in a controversy in India because he's just done this movie called Abir Gulasi. However, 24 hours after the Pulwama attack, Fawad Khan did put out a story on Instagram. This is what it read: deeply saddened to hear the news of the heinous attack in Pelgam. Our thoughts and prayers are with the victims of this horrifying incident, and we pray for strength and healing for their families in this difficult time. So Fawad Khan, very popular name in India, has done an Indian movie already, did put out a post on Instagram. Hania Ameer, another name that is upcoming in India as well, in Indian Pakistani dramas that are watched in India. So Hania Ameer also put out this particular story that was put out by PTI, and then underneath that she put out her message saying, tragedy anywhere is a tragedy for all of us. My heart is with the innocent lives affected by the recent events. In pain, in grief and in hope, we are one. When innocent lives are lost, the pain is not theirs alone, it belongs to all of us, no matter where we come from. Grief speaks the same language, may we choose humanity always. So Hania Khan became one of the second Pakistani actors to sort of put out a message for the victims of the Pelgam terror attack. Mahira Khan, very popular name in India once again, everybody knows her. She now finds herself in a bit of a controversy because, as per reports online, this post was put out by Mahira Khan yesterday at 9 o'clock. So she wrote, violence anywhere in the world in any shape or form is an act of mere cowardice. My condolences to all those affected by the attack in Pahalgam. However, interestingly, we don't see it on her stories anymore. So like I've just explained how Instagram stories work, if she had put it out yesterday at 9 o'clock, if we are to believe the online reports, then this post would have been here till 9 p.m. today. However, that's not the case. So there is some, it seems as though she's put it out and then she's deleted that post. Another Pakistani actor, Danish Taimur, he has put out this post as well a few days back, saying, deeply saddened by the news from Pahalgam. My condolences go out to the families affected by the tragedy in Pahalgam. May healing and peace come swiftly. Another actress, Mahira Khan, she also put out a story on Instagram in which she has shared this now viral poster that is circulating on social media, which shows unfortunately the naval officer who lost his life sitting next to his wife, and it says, all eyes on Pelgam, and she's written, my deepest condolences to those affected. So these are some of the 4 to 5 Pakistani actors who have in fact reacted to the tragedy in Pelgam, but we have not seen anything by other actors. For example, Sanam Modi, another name that's really popular in India, she's not written anything whatsoever on her social media. Another popular name is Sara Khan, nothing on social media. Yumna Zaidi, she's not put out anything on her social media. Aiza Khan, once again, nothing on her social media. So interestingly, this time around we at least see that about 4 to 5 names that are very popular in India have actually put out a post. Now why Mahira Khan has removed that post is something that only she can answer, why she's done that, but at least she put out a post. So that's where the entertainment industry stands, Rishabh.
Okay.
For more such videos, subscribe to the Newsx YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.